So it's story time. I want to tell y'all about when me and baby went and got Zora, the white Great Dane. Um, she was in Kentucky. I forget where in Kentucky, but it was like probably about 4.5 hours away from where we are. But when I tell y'all this ride, it felt like 8 hours for real because this is just me. I feel like uh, Google Maps is working with the gas stations because it always take you on side roads and back roads for no reason. It took me off the highway through back roads, then back on the highway, then took me off the highway again on some more back roads, then got right back on the highway again. But uh, on everything I love, right? It looked like we was going through Jeepers Creepers. I think it was one where it's like nothing but just cornfield, and I swear to God, we seen that church with the basement. We rolled past it. I swear to God, we did. We went down. I want to say, like it was to the point where we didn't even have service on our phones. Like it was in the country for real, for real. But now the messed up part is once we got to a certain point, I'm talking about it was some real movie shit, and I started seeing red pickup trucks. Like, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, ain't no houses. This is all land, trees, and you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. Once I got past that long road where I saw the church from Jeepers Creepers, bullshit y'all not. I seen a couple of it was like two little houses like at the corner and they had Confederate flags hanging in the front. So I looked at wifey, she looked at me, I'm like, yeah, this is where we at. I mean, I ain't got nothing against nobody. I love everybody, but I'm always aware of my surroundings, so I kind of try to look and see what's going on around me. And we get to once we passed all that, we pull up. It was a big ass cow. I never forget. This goddamn cow looked like a fucking bison, like a bison. Like this cow, it was like it was in the fence. It was in the thing, but it was like it was real close to the road. That's how I knew where I tell y'all how I knew when I came back because the GPS went out. We weren't able to. I just had to think about retracking my steps to come back. But once we got there, it was a nice old lady, man. She was cool. Picked the baby up, got in the car. Man, when I tell y'all the GPS didn't work for like an hour, and we in the country, like we don't know where the hell we at. No, we in Kentucky, but we don't know how to get out for real because we deep into the woods. I'm talking about felt like we was in the woods driving for 3 hours. So me, I'm in survival mode at this point. I'm like, okay, so I gotta really remember like where the fuck we came from, like which way we went. I'm talking about I'm stopping in the middle of the road, like we went this way. I'm bagging up like, okay, I remember seeing this. You know when you remember seeing stuff and then you go somewhere else and be like, oh, I don't remember seeing that. So I'm right there. So I'm like, okay, we went this way, we went that way, we went this way. Once we got to a certain point, my GPS started back working, and bullshit y'all not, going all the way back, it took me the whole highway to get back to the crib, the whole highway. But going to pick her up, it kept taking me on all these back roads. That's why I say, I promise y'all, somebody need to investigate uh, Google Maps because they working with these gas companies because they making you go out your way for nothing. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but yeah, that's just a little story I wanted to tell y'all about when we picked up our Great Dane Zora, our little baby. Y'all can go back a few videos and see when we first brought her home. The little baby she was real little. Now she 100 pounds and she just, I don't know. She's just playful. You know what I mean? She's still a baby to us, but to y'all probably be like, man, that's a big ass dog. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. World War Breeders.